Good morning and welcome again to our short devotionals from Black Rock Baptist Church. This morning, I want to talk to you about surrendering what you can't control. If we are to ever come through the crises of life with our emotional health intact, we need to learn to control what's controllable in our life and just trust God with the rest. It's easy to go to extremes with this. For instance, you can say, well, it's all up to God and become passive to the point where you do nothing and just sit and wait for God to do something. Or on the other hand, you can act like God doesn't play a part in your life at all and just assume everything depends upon you. And when the crises of life come along, then you have to make the decisions. You have to do the things that need to be done. Both extremes are wrong. Maintaining good physical health is about balance. And the same is true with our emotional health. Find a balance that helps you recognize the things that are in your control and then make wise decisions based upon God's guidance as you read His Word, as you talk to Him in prayer, and learn to let go of the things that only God can control. In the movie The Lord of the Rings, there's a tender moment there where Frodo complains about the evil that's happening in the world. And he says to Gandalf, he says, I wish that none of this had happened. You may have said that a time or two during your lifetime. Things happen and you just say, I wish none of this had happened. Well, Gandalf wisely responds to Frodo and he says to him, uh, so do all who live to see such times. In other words, so does everybody else wish this didn't happen. But that's not for you to decide, he said. All we have to decide is what to do with the time we've been given. All you and I have to do is to decide what to do with the time that we have been given. There's a lot of things in our lives that we have no control over. We have no control over a pandemic. We have no control over how the government of Russia decides to invade the Ukraine and the threat of war. We can't control those things. They're out of our control. You can't control all of the circumstances of life, but you do get to choose how you respond to them. And that will make all the difference. God is always there to help us make that choice. Thank you for joining with us today. God bless and have a wonderful day. Meet with us again on Friday morning as we continue with our devotions. Let's continue to exchange prayers daily.